Let's now talk about the advantages that comes with brainstorming sessions. See, it allows people to think more freely. Okay, we saw in the previous video that don't stop yourself. Come up with as many ideas as possible. Whatever you think, speak out. Right? Don't stop others from saying any ideas. See, our ideas might come up with some kind of a brilliant solution somewhere. Maybe we don't think through it. If someone else is saying something, we don't listen to them most often. So listening is important. So brainstorming as a technique is bringing in a lot of advantage, and one of which is opens our mind. We just flow with our thought process. We don't stop ourselves. That brings a lot of energy and a lot of thought process without the fear of judgment. We pour out all our thought process. That's an advantage. It encourages open collaboration to solve problems and generate innovative ideas. See, this is a valid advantage, right? What happens is now we are a team, we are a group who are discussing a possible solution to a possible, probable problem that we have in hand. When we are discussing that, we are collaborating with all the other members that are part of the group. We are accepting ideas from them. We are giving ideas to them. So this is a collaboration, and that's an advantage. It helps teams generate a large number of ideas quickly. Advantage here. Lot of ideas quickly. That's an advantage. Which can be refined and merged to create ideal solution. See, we are talking about a lot of ideas coming through. Need not be that one idea will give a solution. We can join two or three ideas together and find a solution. This has happened many a times for you, for me, for every one of us. So we need to understand the advantages, and brainstorming gives us these advantages. And brainstorming the topic, it allows us to understand the topic. First thing, we need to understand the topic. Whenever there is a topic that we need to take up, we need to clearly understand what the topic is all about. So brainstorming helps us understand the topic. It ensures the participant understand the boundary within which the discussion must stay. See, a topic can be universe, right? Universe is a topic, but where do we draw the line? Universe gives us absolute freedom to talk about anything and everything in the world. But what are we? Where is the line that we draw? What is that we are going to discuss particularly about universe? That needs to be understood, and that can happen through a brainstorming session. And brainstorming helps to draw an overview of the discussion. Yes. Ask the right questions. Okay, so this slide is going to help us understand that. During a brainstorming session, okay, we need to understand what are the questions that needs to be asked. We need to be prepared with that. But then the questions should be clearly tied to the topic that is being discussed. We can't go out of the topic and bring in something. We need to reflect the panelist perspective, their experience and interest. That is also important. We can't again ignore the panelists. We can't again ignore everything, everyone around, and then have our own scheme of things. Our thought processes are different. I understand that. We understand all that process. But then when we are talking about the ideas or the thought process, that has to be at somewhere, at some level, connect to the problem, connect to whatever that is being discussed. That is absolutely important. The perspectives are important. Addressing the issues, challenges, or interests of the audience. The question that you ask needs to address all of this, right? Address the issue. So I can't talk about the credentials of the member. I need to talk about the idea that the person is bringing up. I need to talk about the challenges that idea brings up. I can't talk about that person has no caliber. That's not something which we need to think about right now. We need to ask pertaining questions, right? And our questions or suggestions, whatever we are saying, needs to be important to the topic that is being discussed right now. We can't jump from one area to another. It's all going to be focused, and the questions that you ask must ignite a conversation. Okay, it needs to do that as well. So what are the strategies that we can think about? First, the talker explains or comments on an issue or expresses opinion. Then we have a recorder, makes notes and gives a report at the end of the conversation. And the questioner prompts and seeks clarification. All the three must be available as part of the group discussion or brainstorming strategy. Okay, so that's important. We need the talker. The talker can be a recorder. Yes, the talker can be a recorder. The recorder can be a questioner. Yes, the questioner can be a talker. Yes, of course. Just that all these three things must be possible in a brainstorming session or a group discussion session. Group discussion makes complex and difficult tasks into parts and steps. Group discussion makes to plan ahead and manage time. Refine understanding through discussion and explanation. So this group discussion actually comes up with a streamlining of whatever we are doing in terms of a meeting. Streamlining, having a process flow, that's important. Having a way of giving a feedback and receiving feedback, talking about performance, that's important. Uh, and one more important aspect of a group discussion is we end up having a concrete argument, which in turn helps us improving our communication skills, right? And finding solutions is one of the major positives of a group discussion. We can delegate roles and responsibilities to members that are there. Okay, enhances knowledge and skills of an individual. See, these are the key points and advantages in a group discussion. Okay, we can develop a rapport or a bond with the other group members and develop our own voice and perspectives in relation to our peers. Thank you.